game number 4 of the day, game number 8 overall, is underway. Where will teams go? We're just moments away from finding out. Plane is in the sky. And people are already starting to jump out. Simsy will be the first one out of the plane, followed by the guys from Unique, probably going down towards Proto once again. And now I'm looking forward to see it. Yep, as expected, we do not see Meet Your Makers out just yet. They were surprised to see Unique take their spot in Proto that they would have wanted to go to. And, well, this time around, they're sitting a little while longer, but now they are jumping out a little further on the southwestern side of Los Leones.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Similar spots of what we've seen from the previous game coming into play. MYM looking to go down further towards the south this time. Elgig going to have full control as well, so that's going to be no problem for them.
Actually, let me take that back. Meet Your Makers, they've been dropping out down here all the time. It's Unique that went to Valdemar the other games. That's on me. Any case, we have 2 teams inside of Los Leones with Meet Your Makers just on the southern side of them. Could be confrontations happening early on. And also, if we have a circle going down south, we will see in just about 20 seconds' time. With all these people already down here, they'll probably keep their splits, and that's going to mean for teams that are trying to come in, it's going to be hard to get themselves a spot. Unseen trying to fly on forward, dodge and weave in the air, while Besiktas is trying to shoot him up. But at least for now, he'll make it out alive.
Yeah, they've jumped themselves in the car. Sheesh already making his way up north, wants to go and try and get the extra loot in there as well. Mr. Unseen is just going to look and try and meet up with his teammates to get the hell out of there. Desperado's just on the edge of the circle. And the circle again, okay, over towards this western side. But overall, most teams are within it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 teams outside.
A lot of teams inside, but for the teams that are for the most part on the eastern side that aren't in just yet, you can see kind of the J shape up by where Siphon is. This entire mountain line, you actually see it in the background here as well. This entire mountain line is very rough to rotate through, and that's like the midpoint of the circle. We saw Intense with a bit of a skirmish there with Testy will come out of that on top. There you go, the finish off coming in as well. Good job by him. Benkonas taking 1 player down, not eliminated in 16th. It's a little misinformational, trying to throw us off, but we're on it. We know exactly what's going on here. Not at all eliminated, just 1 player down, unfortunately, but early for them.
Maybe people are just predicting it. They're like, oh, yep, Benkonas, you've had a rough time.
The game is like off of algorithms. What's been happening so far? Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
All a bit of fun. All a bit of fun. Quick math. In a nice spot as per usual. They always come away with like the smart decision making. They can get themselves close to teams, but they know when to engage and when not to. We've seen a lot of nice plays coming out from this team. Unique right down towards the southeast side. They're not going to be contested for a while. And I want to see, like, so one thing I've liked from Unique, right, is the actual firefights they've been getting involved in. They've had some good shots. But again, they're a team that struggle to get into the placements, maybe kind of overextending at times and going out too early.
One of the issues here is, I mean, speaking about Unique in that sense as well, how a lot of these teams are very even when it comes to their abilities in fighting situations, which means these fights will last longer. You'll get that first knock, maybe 2 knocks, but then the teams will know not to try and over-aggress on it. It'll stall the fights, and then those third parties come in. And so many teams that we know are capable of great things have fallen victim to just exactly that third party. It's even more so of a case on Miramar than it is on Wrangel, but the third party has been the name of the game, and it will probably continue to be so until, I don't even know what changes should be made in PUBG for it not to be. But there's just so much, especially with this point system being so rewarding. There's so much going for you engaging in a third party if you get a chance to.
And that's one of the things you got to watch out for all the time. Keep your awareness up, keep your vision high, and ensure that you aren't a team that allows yourself to get third party and picked apart. Avantgarde this time around are going to be nicely in the zone. They don't have to worry about them crazy hard rotates for them. Besiktas are already on the move to try and get themselves back into it. They could run into the kebabs, though. They were firing at as they started to land down, so there could be a bit of a close fight coming in here as the circle will start to move once again in about 10 seconds, and then we'll start to see where the change may go from here. So already these teams getting moving early on.
Actually kind of excited to see how Team Unique will approach this circle. I would assume to see them rotate all the way down south. We know they like to do Valdemar as well, so might as well go down around that area of the map and rotate in from there. They know how to play around it, but there you go. The somewhat off-position roadblock is coming into play. Now the question becomes for Besiktas. I was just going to say this. Besiktas, they're a team that will turn around. They will do that 180. They will take the fight, and they do so here as well. Unseen and F, so they're like, well, this is going to be easy peasy. No, it's not. Besiktas, they're warm. They're coming off of a win, and now they're just turning around, getting in on the action. This is not the kind of team you want to start shooting at if you're not ready for a fight.
And this is the difference between Besiktas that we saw yesterday and what we've seen today. They get that win just on the previous Miramar start game. They're starting to feel more confident, and they're happy to take these fights. And when Kebab shot at them, they said, hey, I ain't having none of that. I'm going straight back in. And they managed to take down 2 players early on. The rest of the Kebabs are just going to be working their way up north because they want to get the hell out of there and not try and take this fight. Now, Besiktas could be a little bit more cautious, though, when they come to it, because they continue to go the way they are. They're on the hunt for Kebabs, but Desperados could be close by.
I think it's just, they want to go further north. You don't want to rotate over the hills I just talked about before, and you don't want to go in through San Martin. So the only real access point you have to the circle is going to be either up in the open on the southern side of water treatment, or actually all the way up north over water treatment to the very far north side of the map. But then, of course, you have the risk of the circle shifting back down south.
Rafi trying to land the shots onto O'Connell as he's jumping, ducking and diving. Did get tagged up a little bit, but he won't be knocked just yet. Rafi just using his advantage position to try and see what's going on. Now, he doesn't want to get pincered in here. Wizards are kind of split up a little bit into 2s, but they still got a good chance here.
Let's see, Swarm are looking for team trying to make their way down towards safety, but there's no safety coming in here. Swarm sitting there waiting for them. Look at me, I'm going to get myself into this little garage. Well, Aliyah, fortunately, realizes there's more than one guy coming. Broken, not quite in the same position as him. Unfortunately, I'm not sure there's going to be any counterplay coming out here. 3 versus 1 now. Aliyah has to figure, am I going to wait here for the sort of cavalry to come in, or am I just going to see myself off and just make the, well, just hide in the corner until they leave, really?
Yeah, Laza was trying to help out as well, get involved in the fight. This was not ideal. Looking for team running, all guns blazing. They will walk away with 1 kill, and now they're on the hunt for a layer. See if they can try and finish him off. And not ideal at all. This team was split up just a little bit, and this is not the start they would have wanted.
Aliyah hasn't really made any sounds. I'm not sure they know that he's here. See him sneaky peeky trying to make his way around. Now P6 and Drone, they are trying to get around and help out. P6 does go down. Drone does get 1 in return, but it means that it's all up to 1. Oh, there you go. 1 more now coming in. Aliyah finally making his presence known inside the combo, getting himself the finish off as well, down to a 2v2.
Nades coming in as well. Loggy Buff able to get it done. A little bit of back and forth still. Aliyah's still able to do some damage here as well. This is where it could be very scary for him. They had the full control, and now it's all turned around. It's shift. Loggy Buff, what can he do here?
Oh, wow, Paladarok. They had the eye in the sky up the hill, but that's going to be a knockdown on Lhasa. So unfortunate. Now Loggy Buff is going to be all that's remaining for his team. Not at all the kind of position they wanted to be in here early on.
You might want to change it to looking for teammates now the rest of them have gone down, because he's completely on his own and he is surrounded, so can't see him staying alive for too much longer. Lipsin, though, has taken down drone transporter in the meantime, so they actually are getting picked off a little bit. This could turn into a little 1v1.
It starts with third and it ends with party, and that's been the name of the game. You cannot have these fights last, I want to say, more than 30 seconds. By the time you got to constantly do a 180, check behind you. Is there anyone else trying to engage on this? Because believe me, more often than not, they will be.
I love that it's called third party, but it's anything but a party. It's a party for the last team that's alive, but the rest of them are saying, no, this isn't the party I want to go to.
I mean, the first guy's trying to have a party by themselves, right? Then you get the second party that starts when you got 2 teams shooting at each other. But then when the third team comes in, that's the third party that starts. Because that's totally the meaning behind that. How to butcher sentence.com. I just showed you right there. But Aliyah, nonetheless, trying to stay put inside. He is also the last remaining player now of his team, having its 1 teammate that was on the outside of the compound taken out. And not only is he alone, but that's all the vision he had. He's sitting in a little Bill's shack now with no info on anyone around him. He had a drone transporter outside. He had kind of the overview of the compound. Now there's no info at all. He can't really do anything, honestly, but just sitting in here and wait for the circles to shift away from him.
And Lipson's got the perfect weapon for it as well, to pick off both as soon as they come out, so he can just bide his time for a little bit. And that's a hard north circle where some teams are going to struggle to get back into it. And once again, Besiktas, they get themselves in a nice spot. They're going to be feeling real happy with that. The 2 Kebab players, though, up at the north, they've still stayed alive. They're saying, hey, look, we're lucking out right now. I'll take this. I'll run with it. I'm not going to complain. And Lipsin, he's actually avoided it for now. He said, all right, okay, I'm just going to go and get away from this. There's no point in me hanging around for too much longer. It's wasting my time. And they're probably going to get picked off by some of the other teams who are rotating in from the south.
We talked about Besiktas. They couldn't rotate in over Picardo. They couldn't go in over San Martin. They were forced to go all the way up north over water treatment, and they did so, and it really paid off for them, having that northern hardship, sorry. But now if you look at the map, we see so many teams trying to transition in from the south. Nobody wants to go straight up because you have so many mountain ridges coming up on the western side of San Martin, so everyone's forced out on the sides. But we know what that means. Just means there are going to be so many fights happening once we do get in here. See Swarm trying to stay in the game. Aliyah, last remaining player alive, but Desperado trying to make that fire rotation. Also a team wanting to get around the side.
I really want to see what happens with this whole Alea and Loggy buff thing, because they've just been waiting and dancing around with each other. They were so under pressure from Lipsin for so long, and now they're just like, great, we've had this huge fight, we've come off worse off, and now who's going to be the final man standing?
No one's going to do anything before the other guy hears a vehicle.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be, God, he's leaving. Am I going to shoot at him now then or not? We don't know. But as you see here, everybody, Meet Jamaica's Wizards on the west side, alongside Vencona's, and on the east we got Desperado, we got the guys in Unity, we got Unique as well, all trying to get around. Nobody wants to push up over Power Grid. That entire J shape we see between Picado and Power Grid, the mountain ridge there, you do not want to go through it. But the main issue right now, the center of the circle, you see Avant-Garde up here, alongside El Giganten and Silenzo, and the boys in Quick Math. The level of terrain is so diverse up here. It's so high, so low, it's so hard to play around, because these mountainsides, they're brutal.
Now, I'm really interested to see what is Kebab going to do, because so many more teams are coming. Desperados are pretty much going to run straight over him. Avangard having a bit of a firefight off here with L-Gig. They do have to be careful, though, because Avangard split up just a little bit. At the same time, Quick Math can come in and fire off from a distance at the same time. So there's a lot of space to work with here. And this is where it starts to get close early on. Kebab getting away with the kill. Oh, this is nice, but it's a straight back and forth. Sheesh, can he help him out? Fluffs a few shots there. Needs to make sure they can try and keep his teammate alive. They need to hold on to this. They've already lost 2 players. The nade goes out, but Calvin Klein's already ran around the side to try and get it and swipe him down. Sheesh is needing to move, and he's needing to move fast.
You gotta figure, do you want to take this engagement or do you not? You don't have the info as to how many players are coming in. Your solo play remaining. MFS was not at all shy for taking aggressive shots when he was a solo last game. Looks like she might be a little too late on this one, though. Fake wanting to come around the corner, get himself the angle on towards him. So Sarah holding the other side, but for now, at least with 98 HP remaining and a little bit of a hope, she should be looking to get the hell out of this compound.
One hope, one dream. He spots out the players, goes in for the spray, but it's not going to be enough. Sheesh and the team Kebab, Sheesh Kebab, is completely eliminated. And now we will see what the rest of them can do. Desperados came in and they went on cleanup duty.
Some might say that he's been served. No? How you serve a kebab?
Yeah, served hot. Yeah. You don't need to explain it to me. I'm aware
I'm used to people having better humor than me, so not
British.
understanding. Oh,
we
that's
have kebabs non-stop.
Oh, yeah, true. I thought it was all about the fish and chips.
Fish and chips, tea. Yeah, there's that as well. But
nonetheless, back into the game. Circle does shift down. Well, I mean, at least towards San Martin. Unlikely the game will end down there. But then again, I mean, we've seen weirder things happen. But I cannot stress this enough. If you look at the roads right now that are inside the circle, they're at the low ground. Everything else is steep uphill. And there's so... I mean, you don't want to rotate on the roads because everyone can see you. And you don't want to rotate on the hills because, well, you can't. Because you cannot get enough speed for teams not to shoot at you. For all these teams trying to rotate now down south towards the circle, it's going to be very, very tricky.
now the Konas, they're still up, they're still in it. They're coming up later than all the other teams, so potential for them to come and sneak in from behind. Desperados do need to be careful because Beskitas have seen them and heard them at least, right? So they're aware they've taken down Kebab. In the meantime, Unity's also around that area, so there's a little bit of a big firefight that could happen at any moment. While Wizards, though, they're going to be finishing off Lipsin. Oh no. That's not what you want to see.
Don't like to see it.
Especially when there's Desperados coming so close to him. This is not good at all. O'Connell's on the hunt for some more kills regardless, and does actually spot him out. Hits onto Smash Bait, looks to do some more. Can he tag him up? Is he going to take any shots at the car? Doesn't want to risk it just yet. O'Connell needs to play it smart.
Needs to play it very smart, and you know he will. At least he'll do his very best to do so. Teammates have pushed around the southern. Thank you, James. This is teaching me English here. Southern side, trying to get the info needed. So O'Connell is kind of left behind. He has to be the eye in the sky. And worst thing is, if he gets knocked now, I'm not sure if he had been knocked earlier in the game. I don't think he has. But if he does get knocked, these teammates are very far away from him and not in a position to help.
And you don't have to worry about the English thing because you can speak 2 languages, which is a lot better than me.
There you go. Rada tried to hold the close side. We saw the exact same thing happen in the Besiktas win last game, but now hopefully looking to get a little more success in doing so. Ooh, that's a helmet popped off right there.
Nice bit of damage coming in. O'Connell looking to do some more. He's been heavily on to We Need a Home for quite some time now. And they're just trying to like scrap around and run away from him because he's been applying the pressure all day long. Wizards now also making their way around it. Rita spotting out T-Bone. And Aros comes up looking for spraying it down, but it's not going to be enough. He's completely outnumbered and outgunned. Smashbay having to fall back a little bit here to get some cover and drop that medkit in.
And this is the issue. When you're in this position, Rita had something, I believe, 15 shots fired off on towards his opponent. opponents before they had any chance to do anything. He didn't hit any of them. When you're in these tournaments, you need to be able to hit those shots. That could have been one, potentially 2 knocks coming in before he went down himself. Now, StarLadder will go down as well. All that's remaining now is Smashbait trying to do this 1v4. It's not going to be easy. He does get down one player, but there's still plenty more to come. And there you go. In the end, will be eliminated. Annihilation being done by the Wizards, so guys. And finally, for them, a bit of a break.
They do need to be cautious, though, because, again, they are literally in a bad spot across all the games they've seen today. It's time for them to step things up, and they can't afford to play this wrong. And look where we've gone with this, Circo. This is going to be crazy. Direct center. Quick Math are loving life right now. They're in such a good spot, as is Unity and Avangard. Elgig and Avangard have been so close to each other for, what, 2 circles now? And yet still haven't taken the engagement, still haven't taken the fights. Okay, Savage is knocked at the moment, but the rest of them are still hanging around there. So there's going to be this kind of back and forth firefight for quite some time, I can imagine.
Guys, stop hitting each other with vehicles. It's not going to grant you anything.
We've started to see this a little bit too much at the moment.
The jitters.
Yeah, it's
the
like
miscommunication.
nerves.
It's the last game of the day. It's getting evening. It's not even late. And now, worst of all,
not late. Yeah,
Scum is getting knocked as well. They now have 2 guys knocked. They need to get the double rests up. Of course, it's going to happen. But I mean, we talk about how the timers in this becomes a factor, and also we talk about how hard it's going to get. Look at this, Aaliyah all by himself, solo player remaining, gets the finish off on Scum. He's so far outside the circle and still saying, you know what, I'll get myself the kill points. There's no way I'm getting top 8 anyway. Might as well try and see if I can get some points for my team.
In before he somehow gets top 8.
Well, I mean, that's just great then if he does, because then he got both kill points and the placement points in the end. But Amorous getting the knockouts aside from Sweden there. It's Mankaras taking. Wow, I completely butchered that name there.
This is what I said earlier. This is what I said earlier. Venkonas could come in and do some damage from behind. They're managing to get involved in this. Could this be the time for them to step up and shine? They've come behind a lot of the teams here. In the meantime, we're seeing Sweaty Nerds dance around a little bit here. They've got to be oh so cautious. And Venkonas are coming alive, but their kills are being stolen away by Unity.
Yep, we see Haxedi. Did Haxedi just knock Shiv? Oh, I know for a fact Shiv has had internet issues, so he might have been knocked. Or he might have disconnected, not been able to reconnect, and then he will take him out to deny kill points from other teams.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Unfortunate to have it happen, though. Yeah.
Looking for Team Mar, going to be the next one eliminated. No hope for them, at least within day 2. Avangard starting to find their way out of this position. It's so long. They've just been locked down, hunkered in, right in between Elgig. It's not been ideal for them at all.
I mean, they haven't really been in a position to take any fights because they've had so many teams around them that every time they peek one side to get an angle, they've been taken down from the other side. There you go, Swarm eliminated in the end as well. Aaliyah did get taken down by Shiv, so
20 Nerds go down next regardless.
I was just thinking, didn't Shiv just get knocked by Haxedi? And then he got the finish. Okay, doesn't matter. In the end, never mind.
Sometimes confusion unfolds. We end up in positions like this.
So that might not have been the fact.
And we've got to talk about it again. Besiktas, they are the ones getting it done. They're going to be looking to finish off MYM here. Rubsy's been taken out already. And they are not gonna be holding back. Desperado's coming up behind MYM at the same time, so they are really in a rough spot here. Able to do some damage there. Intense getting it done. Can he get the finish off? He's gonna have to be so cautious. His teammate Flo, he's helping him out there. Nice work from MYM, using the cast to their advantage, trying to get the extra kill points wherever possible. But Cold, he's saying no, and Meet Your Makers are the next team to be eliminated.
Intense went for the flush rather than trying to figure out where Cold the mental was. Thought he had the time to get the finish off before having to engage in that fight. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off for him, and he was taken down. Now Shusuke trying to see if he can do something. Solo player remaining for his team, but not gonna have an Haxedi. He gets himself an explosion and a kill point.
A little bit better for Venkonas this time around, though. They've started to at least come alive a little bit more as we get towards the end of day 2. But Besiktas, they've got themselves in a position once again, which is looking really nice. The problem there is for Reciprocity, who are quite far away. They're very under fire.
They also just blew up their only vehicle they had to cross with.
Well, they went, I don't need that anymore. I'm just going to go for the running man. Why not? We've got to get past Avangard and Elgig, who have been hunkered down for literally 4 circles now.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Elgiganten and Nonactive and the boys from Avangard, they have been sharing this compound for a while, but believe me, it's not going to last a lot longer. We have a 3-way split in the intersection by Avangard, but if I know them correctly, if they do get that first knock, there'll be 4 guys together, full-on pushing in the compound.
Yep, the confidence will come in.
That's another team. No mind. They got a knock, but that was not on the guys from Elgiganten.
quick math in the meantime. They will be caught in the crossfire. It will happen. Wizards are getting themselves in as well. O'Connell's going off on his own. The rest of Wizards are going to rotate around in a different direction here. Reciprocity, they've got to start moving, but there's so many shots coming out towards them. This is really tough for this team. It's not just one team firing in on them. They have 3 teams firing at them
This
right
is
now.
like Neo trying to dodge bullets while running a marathon. That's not exactly the thing you want to be doing at the same time. Maxisol, they have made their way across, and Octave went down in the transition there as well. Maxisol was down as well. Now for Elgiganten, might want to see them get aggressive on this. They kind of have to. They need to make that pressure alleviation from the backside before they make that push further inside the circle. They have the chance to do so here. Asterin, though, nice trade frag there.
Nice indeed. He's looking to go and get the finish, and he does. Huckster's being eliminated, and Avangar looking to take control now. Savage working his way around in a nice position there. The nades going over the top. Savage could do some serious damage here on the complete side swipe. They're not ready for him. He's spraying it down. The nade comes out towards him. Reciprocity has been eliminated in the meantime, and Savage, he's not looking to give up, doing further damage here, but he's going to be oh so cautious. He will be finishes off, and Avangar, they do win that crazy battle.
Elgiganten got 2 knocks at Avangar, and they just give them way too much room to make space for themselves and reset. And surprised, very surprised that they did not push out on that one.
Besiktas still up there. Wizards have come alive. The kills are being there. The rampage is shown. How much more can they get done, though? Unique need to be cautious at the same time because they've got Unity just around the corner from them.
Well, they have them just over on the other side, but do they want to make the push on down or not? They know for a fact that nades are within range, and for Blaston, trying to make some room for himself with the utility use. But you know that the earlier you start using these smokes, the more you're going to need them late game, because believe me, this game will go into the open no matter where you go from here. New circle is going to pop. We see it in the bottom hand corner just there. Where are we going? Will the guys in Quick Math get the benefit of the circle, or do they finally have to leave the compound? Well, no, they don't.
They're loving it. They are
Not
absolutely
complaining.
loving it. Enzelenso did get knocked, but has been picked up regardless, so they're still in a good spot. We're going to see Desperados have to move their way in from the north, but it's going to be relatively uncontested for now. They will have to firefight into this, though. Avangar, Asvarin, he's trying to take this fight, looking to do some more damage here against the Unity players. They've got to play this smart as they go to come up over this hill. Nade's going to come out at the same time. Blaston's just ready and waiting, but he could get pinned down because there's so many teams in this area.
Cannot go aggressive here, and they're very fortunate that the Besiktas aren't trying to engage on this at all. Asterin taken down. Great shots coming in from Ubika there. They're trying to do the long range tapping, and now Max is on Snoopy. All that's left for Avangar. Ubika comes around the corner, but not able to get the damage needed.
Besiktas could be potentially looking for the back-to-back wins. 7 teams remain. This circle is so tight, and there's fighting across the board. Unique's involved. We've got Avangar involved. Unity at the same time. Look
This
at
is a
this.
full-on CIS battle going on the southern side of the circle.
They're like, oh, hey, friends, we're all meeting up. One of you's got to go down. Tommy, though, has found Calvin Klein. The Desperado is being taken down here, and he will be finished off as well. Oh, my bad. That was actually Cold Menta getting that finish onto the Quick Math player. So actually, the Quick Math players, they had that compound for so long. The moment they move out, they get completely pinned down.
Yep, very much so. Snoopy trying to get back up on some HP. Did manage to get one rest up, but Stanton immediately taken down by Blast, and he had the nice flank around, but now he's been caught up as well. He's the last remaining player for his team, and he needs to do a lot more damage if he wants to stay alive here. Ubika, last remaining player, can Blast on get the damage needed? No, he cannot, but right immediately after, they do go down as well. So Unity, and oh, wow. A lot of Wizards caught behind the rock.
Oh, yes, they are hiding. One grenade would be devastating to him right now.
Where's Simsy? Where is Simsy when we need him with the nades? They're on the other side of the hills.
It might be a little bit far for him to try and make that one, but you never know. He might go for it. He might go for another crazy play. Avangar, though, still up in full effect. 3 players left alive. They found 6 kills already. They've got a good position to work off of here. Woohoo! Max is off. Takes down Dicer, at least with the knock for now. Can he get the finish on? Enzelenso's, he's pretty out in the open. He's got to be cautious as well. Tomio's looking to do further damage here, and this is where Besiktas have such a nice position to work from here. Gonna go and try and blow that car up as well. This could be awkward for Wizards. They're just completely stuck between a rock and a hard place, and that rock and a hard place is not somewhere where I would want to be.
No, they need one hell of a northwestern hard shift if they want to have any chance of making it out alive. The issue for them being they've been running in the open for so long. Those smokes, they're gone. The helmets, the vest, they are as well. There's no way in hell they're making that push down the hill. Maxisol does go down now, so but Six is finally engaging in the fight against the CIS team, sharing the mountainside with them. And not only that, but they've also got themselves a circle. They're doing the smart thing now. Take control. You need to spread out because teams can push up on you from underneath.
Yeah, you got to be completely vigilant of what's going on around you. Snoopy's having a look for it, goes in for the shot, can't make it connect just yet, but he's got that understanding of what's going on. There's so many teams that can shoot onto him as well. He needs to try and do something huge for his team here. Wizards, though, they're going to have to get moving. This circle has been absolutely perfect for Besiktas. Can they continue to get this luck? They've got the high ground advantage. Okay, they've got a couple of teams around them, but the only real scary one is Avangard at the moment, who could completely come up behind them. The rest of them are straight in front of them.
Yeah, but Sixers really have to prioritize their fights right now. They smartly, they would have one guy holding off Avangard, not let them push up, and then have three guys, or maybe just two guys, look over towards Wizards, because they know for a fact they have to push down in the open. But as to say that, Maxisol and company, they aren't inside the circle, so it might actually be smarter to try and hold off what's happening on the southern side first.
Yeah, they want to deal with Avangard. They do not want to allow them. They're the ones that can come in and sideswipe them 1000% here. Smokes are going to go down to try and allow them to be able to get some sort of a cross on go. But actually, it's Simsy who's getting away with it. Takes down one player of Avangard, looking to do some more. Wizards still behind this rock. They don't know where to go.
Are they just going to suicide? Are you actually going to suicide, boys? Are we seeing four guys die to the circle? No, we're not. But wow. Boltruck gets one kill off of that. That is one hell of a collective suicide if I've seen one.
I guess at least you didn't give away the kill points as such. But
I mean, honestly, they had no helmets. They had no vests. They knew, as we said, there is no way in hell they can stop at any point and shoot while going down there. Unfortunately for them, down and out they go, but they did manage to get a 5th place with that.
Besiktas coming in with the shots, though. They know exactly where Avangard are. Simsy's able to get damage done, but Tomil's got to be cautious. They're getting the knocks across the board. This is looking so good once again. Avangard under heavy pressure. Besiktas, they are delivering the nades again coming out from Simsy. He wants to get it done. He wants to make it work, and Avangard are eliminated. 3 teams remain. Cold is still completely alone on Desperados. He is having a rough time, but they're all focused on Quick Math. Quick Math with 2 players, 1 player up on Desperado, and a full team for Besiktas. They are looking for back-to-back wins, and it'll be the first one we've seen as we head into day 2.
Earlier today, you talked about how you don't want to let Avangard get their momentum rolling. If Besiktas can do anything similar to what we saw them do in the qualifiers, believe me, this will be their lobby or something close to it. We'll have to wait and see, though. The game is not over just yet, but 4 guys alive with a good circle-centered position. The last circle is going to go that center, and they are, if not on it, then as close to it as can get. They know exactly where they have their opponents, and this, my friends, is the Besiktas that we're used to see.
Yeah, Besiktas, they've stepped it up. Miramar seems to be their home ground where they're feeling most confident. Colder Mensa, he's just sat down. No one's really bothering him right now because he hasn't given away too much. Only Quick Math should be the ones trying to challenge him. But if he can get away with even 1 kill here, that's going to be a huge win just on the point percentage there. He's had 6 kills for his team. He's made 3 of them, and they're heavily in the points now.
All he's hoping for is that he will see all of the other guys sort of fight it out before he has to do anything. A 2nd place would potentially be all he could hope for. He's on the far, far edge of the circle, and we know for a fact that that next circle will just start closing on further in until there's nothing left or there's only 1 team left alive. So that's exactly what he's hoping for. Can Quick Math somehow get killed before Colder Mensa? But I think, honestly, that's exactly what they're doing as well.
Yeah, they are just biding their time. They know they're heavily outnumbered here. Besiktas have so much control. Nice shots coming in there from Lux. Can't make him connect, but at least he's continuing to apply that pressure. Quick Math, they know they need to change something now. They need to ensure that they can hold on this little bit longer. It's all just this waiting game coming into play. Ultra getting off these shots. Can't make him connect either, though. And it's those crucial shots that you have to try and make work. Drops out the grenades. Going to throw in a smoke as well.
If I can see you, you can see me. That's the...
I do that with my son. That can work. I understand it. I understand it. He does start to land a few shots, though. Still can't get the knocks on it. Cold is still making his way around. If he could come in with a crazy play and get some kills and apply the pressure.
Circle. There you go. Down he goes as well.
He does end up dying to the circle. Not ideal for him. Now we're in a 4v2. Quick Map, they've had solid games across the board, but could this be our first back-to-back win? He has to narrowly jump in and out of the circle. Quick Map are going for this push up. What can they get done? Ultra's on top of it. Ensolenzo's the only one left. The damage is being done. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Best seat to the Esports. Another game with 10 kills and a solid first place.
Everything we did not